is so far down that it has to be up like that. And this asphalt out here is not smooth, so he said it was challenging to keep it up like that.
Welcome back to the Speedy's Garage YouTube channel. This week we're actually at Holley's Moparty event, which is their inaugural year. They're going to start putting on an event for Mopars like they put on for LS Fest. So we're here with Go Man Go. We're going to try to run in their Street King class in the 10.0 Index, and we're headed to Tech. Tech, no problems. We are going to put 10.0 on the window for our index number, and we're up to make our first test pass. It's a little bit cooler today. It ran a 10.07 yesterday and much higher temperatures, so I'm just going to swing for the fence on the first one and see what the worst case scenario is going to be, how fast it'll go.
12:29
and then I'll know if I need to lift or adjust the tune or whatever I need to do to slow it down to 10.0. So we're going to see how we do, and I'm hoping the track prep's good. We'll see. Here we go, first test pass. We're going to go ahead and make a pull on the track, see how it looks. Somebody up there can't figure out how to drive their car. We're up against Crew Chief Greg. He is in the left lane. We're on a pro tree, so I got to get used to that again too.
All right, we need Mighty Mopar Super Pro, Mighty Mopar Super Pro.
Track's not very good.
And Rick Ross in the next. Folks in the dark. Robbie in the Challenger.
See how we did though. They got to do something about this prep. I'm gonna have to lower the tire pressure a little bit. Thank you. A 10.1 at 136. With a 159 60 foot, which is no good. So spun off the line. We'll have to get that sorted. Way in here with Miss Speedy, who showed up at Moparty. See who else here supporting vendors. Last name Bender, and he actually makes metal pieces for our modern Hemis. I've been having trouble with my 60 foot, so I'm going to talk to him about what we might be able to do to solve that. They make these, I don't even know what they are, control arms?
Yep.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, so our control arms, like when you're adjusting your suspension for the track, we'll actually, a lot of times these guys will set a little bit less than half a degree or 20 degrees positive. Okay. And
so that when you launch and the car squats, it pulls them in,
squares it up, and you get a flat contact patch. But the cool thing about how we're doing it, instead of how other people do things, is that we use these laser cut adjustment tabs, and so you can change your suspension settings at the track, and you know exactly where it's going to be. It's repeatable, and you're also not launching 800, 1,000, 1,200 horsepower on threads. Instead, you've got a good bolted joint and shear that's, you know, tabbed in, and
oh, I see.
Yeah, and well, it's especially on these modern Moparts, it's got this angle too. So you put a threaded adjustment. Not only are you launching on threads, you're blowing those threads sideways.
Yeah.
You know, but so anyway, we know how much each millimeter of adjustment in this tab moves your car.
Your angle.
Yeah. So all you do is you get your parts out of the box, bolt it in, go get the alignment shot. You don't even have to touch it. Just get the numbers. And then write down on your sheet, you know, these are my numbers with the stock, you know, plus 2 tabs in it. And then I can go and give you a whole list.
So you guys provide the recommendation of how to get it flat?
We do that with a lot of customers. Otherwise, like on our rears, a 1 millimeter adjustment moves about 0.24 degrees. Okay. And so if you get your alignment shot and you're at a 1 degree negative or whatever, then if you want to go to 0, you just put 4 millimeter longer tabs in it and you're at 0. Or you put 5s or 4.5s and you're a little past, whatever, and you're in it. But the cool thing then is, for a guy like you, if you might drive it to the strip instead of trailering it, when you switch back to your street tires, you can switch back to your other tabs and now your car handles down the road.
Okay. How hard is it to change the tabs out?
It takes longer to pull the wheels and tires than it does to change it. You back this one off just so it's loose. Okay. Pull this one bolt out. If we had our wrenches sitting here, that wouldn't be a bad display thing to do. And then you just put the other tab in. You slide it in and out. If your car's on jack stands, you just put your jack underneath your knuckle, and it will squeeze it in. And otherwise, we actually just take a little screwdriver if you need to move out, just bring it out a little bit.
And of course, this is all billet.
Yes.
All billet. And they're anodized black, or they're options for colors?
We do send some out to Build Technology, and they will run it through their normal stuff when they get to it and make it a color. So it matches all your other stuff for show car stuff. That takes a little bit of time, but we've done quite a few of those.
But it's an option if a customer
It is an option.
I'd just probably get black, because that's kind of what I would do. But if somebody wanted, it's an option there.
But yeah, and we make everything ourselves in Kansas City at our shop. You know, this is all aluminum. When we have other stuff like, on these fronts, we've got these tapered shafts or these spherical bearings. We make all that stuff too, and all the stuff that's not aluminum is stainless, because cars sometimes live outside. We don't want them rusted out.
Yeah.
So, the tabs are stainless, all that stuff.
Awesome, man. I appreciate the education. You guys have like a kit, right? A drag?
Yes, our drag pack is our rear uppers, rear toe links, and lower trailing arm.
That's what I'm probably going to need. Now, on average, I don't know if you probably, everything's different, there's tons of variables, but do you guys have an idea of what a customer can expect in terms of improvement?
A lot of times we see about 0.1 or 0.15 on a 60. Again, it's
thousands of variables.
So much. It's so hard, because people love to ask, well, what's this going to give me? And it's like,
are you running street tires? Are you running slick?
Yeah, what's the DA?
Are you doing no prep? Are you doing prep?
Have you been driving for a week or your whole life? All this stuff.
Gotcha. That's cool, man. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to tell us about it.
Absolutely.
Thanks, man.
Have a good one.
Okay, so I just made my second test pass. That's probably going to be it for me. Mike from OST Dyno gave me a little secret hint on how to get the car off the line, because I'd been spinning and it worked like a champ. When I launched, no spinning, it just rocked back on the rear tires and started rolling. I knew I had a good pass because I heard the sunroof go all the way open, hit all the way back in the back, and you can see it takes some force to make it do that. When I heard that thunk, I knew it was going to be a good pass. I had a 151 60 foot, 6.36 to the 8th at 112.93 miles an hour, and I ran I broke out, or I ran under my my bracket class, and this is test and tune, so, or my index number, I ran a 984 at 137.19. So now that I know I've got the launch down, I'm probably going to have to change up how I'm shifting, or let off the throttle a little bit early or something like that as we go through the traps when we actually get into competition, so that I don't break out.
He called it speed, and the only thing you can figure is that the front and rear wheels do not follow each other, so it leaves two marks on the ground that sort of look like ski tracks. And you will note how vertical this thing is, because the weight is so far down that it has to be up like that. And this asphalt out here is not smooth, so he said it was challenging to keep it up like that. Look at
Dan Van Horn's Modern Street Hemi Shootout Twin Turbo Challenger, number 224. Ran a 9.4 goofing around yesterday at Challenger Fest, competing in Moparty today. We're going to see how he does. That's right, 2 turbos. A little more from Moparty. Came across this Dakota. Check out the power plant. It's got a Hellcat Swap in it. Very, very slick. I haven't seen it run, or haven't paid attention to see it run yet. Let's see what the interior looks like. Looks like he's a manual transmission, which would be interesting. Custom dash. You definitely have to be paying attention if you pulled up next to that thing. Well, I made one more pass at Moparty, and remember I was shooting for a 10.0. We ran a 984 yesterday afternoon. Went out and made one this morning. DA was around 1600, maybe 1800, I'm guessing. Reaction time was 0.239. I had a 1.52 60 foot. I felt it spin just a little bit as it launched. It was 6.4 to the 8th, 112 mile an hour, and then our quarter mile time was a 9.918 at 136.69 miles an hour. So we were right on that 10.0 number that we were shooting for. We probably need to slow down just a tick, maybe lift right before the traps or something. But to be honest, we've been racing for about 3 days and I am beat. They're doing eliminations tomorrow, which will be Sunday. And as you saw, that event had a whole lot going on. You had drifting, you had drag racing, you had tons of midway, lots of people, lots of vendors, and we got to get back to Nashville. And I didn't want to get into eliminations tomorrow and ended up getting to be 3 or 3:30, and then it taking us hours to get out of the track because of all the people. So we decided to pack it up and call it a night. I am exhausted, so we're coming back to Bowling Green, going to get the tires and wheels swapped over, and then head on back to Nashville. So that's Moparty. It was their inaugural event. I think it was a huge success for Holley. Really appreciate them working with us on Challenger Fest. We'll see what that means long term. We may partner up again next year and do something. I would still, I think, like Challenger Fest to remain its own thing. But again, grateful to them for Bill and the team over there for helping us get a track day. That was really the trickiest bit of the whole thing. We'll definitely be attending Moparty next year. It was a whole lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please be sure to give it a thumbs up if you did. Check us out on Instagram. It's at Speedy's_garage, as well as our website, www.speedysgarage.net. And hopefully, I will see you out there.